What up, it's your boy T-Bird in the reaction. Keep going with the All-Star Weekend in reaction vids. Though this one right here, I'm sorry, this is the old classic with beepers really. Anyways, this video right here is called the 5 most random All-Stars in NBA history. So yeah, over the years, All-Star Weekend, you'll get like the traditional guys like that you see all the time, like Michael Jordan, around the 90s. You had Michael Jordan, Shaq, Scottie Pippen, well, Gary Payton, shit. I said Shaq already. And later on, like Iris and Kevin Garnett. Then later on, LeBron James, Tracy McGrady, Grant Hill. Like you get like every year you have like the typical guys you see all the time in the All Star games because they're like the best players of their squad and everything. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry. So it's so crazy that they having that this year is going to be Team Curry versus Team LeBron though. But every year they already have like somebody make a one-time appearance at All Star game. You would expect to do it, but they make it because they had a good run over the years though, and also the voices are a popular voice as well too. So you had guys like Big Z's, like Jordan Gossett, he played in All Star game one year. Kyle Korver played one year as well too. Even going back like Tom Chambers, Tom Guya, I'm not thinking he's a Christian Laettner, and many others though in the past too. And this year you got, and some of the guys you might see in this year one that had making first time period, maybe a one time period as well, one time appearance in the All Star game as well too. So without further ado, let's see the 5 most random All Star players. Let's go. All right, give me a second. I lost my place a little bit. There you go.
And in honor of the All-Star Game this week, we are looking at 5 of the most random All-Stars in NBA history. Now, this is not a list of undeserving All-Stars, though I will argue that some of them are. It's also probably not going to be a list of your 5 most random All-Stars because that list is obviously...
Well, I was saying so sorry if I let ahead of time.
What this list is a list of 5 of the most random NBA All-Stars ever that are also very interesting to talk about, which I gotta say I think is better. Number 5, Christian Laettner. There was a time when Christian Laettner was a legitimate basketball superstar. At Duke, he is remembered as one of the best and most hated players in college basketball.
I hate Christian Laettner.
As he would finish his career as the 1992 NCAA Player of the Year and racked up 2 NCAA championship rings. From there, Laettner would continue his apparent rise to NBA stardom as the only college member of perhaps the most famous basketball team to ever step on a court, the 1992 NBA Dream Team. And so, when he was drafted with the 3rd pick in the 1992 NBA Draft, the hype for Christian Laettner was enormous. As we all know, he would never live up to that hype. For his career, Christian averaged just 12.8 points and 6.7 rebounds a game. Stats that were far from the Hall of Fame type numbers many had expected. Because of this, some have labeled Laettner a bust, which in my opinion is just not true. A bust is someone like Anthony Bennett, a player who comes into the league as a high draft pick and just fails miserably. Laettner spent 13 years in the NBA and retired at the age of 35, so I wouldn't call him a bust. I just think that the expectations on him
too
were
much
too
of his
high.
high expectations.
And of course, because he's on this list, he did even earn a random All-Star appearance, as after putting up empty numbers on a terrible run of Minnesota Timberwolves teams that averaged around 20 wins a season, Laettner was traded to the Atlanta Hawks, where everything came together for him in 1997, where for a 56-win Atlanta squad, Christian averaged 18.1 points and 8.8 rebounds a night and was named an NBA All-Star. At this time, it appeared he was finally putting it all together. It appeared he had finally arrived. Then, just the very next season, at the age of 28, he averaged just 13.8 points and 6.6 rebounds a game. Those numbers would actually be great compared to the type of numbers he finished out his career with, as in his final 7 seasons, Laettner would average over 10 points per game in 1 year just one more time. So, looking back, I think we can agree that his 18-point and 9 rebound a game averages for one of the East's best teams was pretty random. Number 4, Jason Williams. To me,
Jason
Williams is known for 2 things. Having some of the funniest and possibly fake stories on what it's like to be an NBA player, and for accidentally killing his limo driver with a shotgun. I'm not going to talk about that second thing I just said. I've already discussed it in a video, and the man seems so remorseful for it, so let's just move on. But before we speak about the randomness that was Jason Williams' one All-Star season, let me give you a few of his ridiculous stories. So, Jason played with Manute Bol, a man who needed to put on a ton of weight at all times. And according to Williams, the 76ers went so far with this that they allowed Bol to drink Heineken's non-stop.
Wow!
Yes, Jason Williams claims that Manute Bol never played a basketball game for the 76ers sober, which was obviously absurd. Moving on, let's take a look at a Charles Barkley story. Because according to Williams, Barkley would often show up to team practices with bags of McDonald's. And while the rest of the team actually
I can believe that.
Would sit
I
on
can believe that.
bike and eat his McDonald's while yelling at his teammates to run the floor, you lazy bastards. Simply amazing. If you want a full video on these Jason Williams stories, please comment
I can see
down
Barkley
below.
doing some shit like that.
Of his All-Star appearance, in the first 5 seasons of his career, Williams averaged just 4.3 points and 3.8 rebounds a night. Then, randomly, in his 7th and 8th seasons, Jason increased his output to the tune of 13.1 points and 13.5 rebounds. It was in that 8th year that while playing for the Nets and John Calipari, Jason was named an NBA All-Star, which again came out of nowhere because for the first 5 seasons of his career, he was a bench scrub. Number 3, Kyle Korver. Being a first-time All-Star at the age of 33 is crazy. Being the 4th member of your team to make the 12-man All-Star squad is
That's when they like 4 players out of one team.
Being an NBA All-Star while averaging just
when him and the Celtics that 1 year they had the
4.1 rebounds and 2.6 assists just sounds absurd. But when Dwayne Wade got injured, the NBA decided that Kyle Korver would be his replacement. And just like that, a 33-year-old career-long role player had become an All-Star. Now again, averaging 12 points and 4 rebounds and making the All-Star team seems like something insane was going on. Something like Kyle Korver was both dating Adam Silver's daughter and had some pretty horrible blackmail. But at the time, this selection didn't seem ridiculous. Bleacher Report even had Kyle Korver as the Eastern All-Stars' biggest snub that year when the rosters were introduced. And that's because when we dive deeper into the numbers, we can see that Korver's 2015 season was one of the most impactful years a sharpshooter has ever had. Remember, the Atlanta Hawks were the surprise team of the NBA in 2015 and actually finished first in the East with a 60-22 record based around a team-inspired style of play. Within the Hawks offense that year, Korver was a massive part of the team's success, as he was such a knockdown shooter that defenses were forced to focus on him at all times, and often his teammates would wind up with easy baskets as defenders could not help and leave Korver open for easy shots. And yes, again, Kyle only averaged 12.1 points, but he scored those points at an incredibly efficient rate. As at the time the All-Stars were announced, Korver was shooting 52% from the field, 53% from 3, and 92% from the free throw line. He also just happened to have the best true shooting percentage of anyone who took at least 11 shots in NBA history at the time that All-Stars were named. So you can start to see why Kyle Korver was chosen as an All-Star. And yeah, he was a random choice because he was known as a role player and was 33, and sure, he was a different type of choice because his traditional numbers weren't amazing, but his advanced numbers were off the charts. Looking back at this though, I really don't have a problem with the coaches rewarding a game-changing player on a dominant team. Plus, this is the Atlanta Hawks we're talking about, a team that has not won a championship since 1958. So just let Atlanta fans have something. Number 2, B.J. Armstrong.
B.J. Armstrong.
Is probably the most random player on this list, and I don't say that lightly because the word random has been used a lot at this point. Now, not only was Armstrong chosen as an All-Star, but he was also voted in by the fans as a starter, which is just mind-blowing, especially when you consider he didn't deserve to be an all-star in the first place. I mean, sure, BJ did step up in 1994 and played very well for a Chicago Bulls team that was missing Michael Jordan. But with that said, BJ Armstrong is the definition of a role player. He averaged less than 10 points per game for his entire career. And in 1994, he was averaging just 15.8 points and 4 assists, but for whatever reason, was chosen as an all-star starter. Meanwhile, because of this selection, someone
I remember
like
that year
Miller,
too.
who was
He
averaging
took that
21.3
spot for when
points and
Jordan bounced
3.2
from him.
assists before the all-star break for one of the East's best teams, did not get to play in the all-star game because of the fans. And yes, after this all-star year, Armstrong would never be in consideration to make the all-star team again. Adding on to this, just 2 years later, he was averaging less than 8 points per game for a 30-win Golden State Warriors team. So to me, this was just the perfect example of being in the right place in the right time. Jordan left, BJ's numbers went up a little, and the fans lost their minds and voted him in. And number one, Jameer Nelson. I think it's safe to say that Jameer Nelson has pretty much been the definition of a reliable starting point guard in the NBA during his time.
He is a reliable guard.
24 and 31, Nelson was a full-time starter for the Magic and averaged a respectable 12.9 points and 5.8 assists during that run. With that said, those are the stats of a role player, not an all-star. And in Jameer's best season, when he was named an all-star, he put up just 16.7 points and 5.4 assists, which are good numbers, but aren't great, especially when you consider the fact that the Magic also had 2 other all-stars on their roster.
Did he bang it? I was gonna see that. Did he bang it? Like he banged it. Was it?
All-star. And in Jameer's best season, when he was named an all-star, he put up just 16.7
Yeah, he banged it. Oh, shit.
5.4 assists, which are good numbers, but aren't great, especially when you consider the fact that the Magic also had 2 other all-stars on their roster that year in Dwight Howard and Rashard Lewis. And yes, the Magic would make the finals that season, but remember, Jameer got seriously hurt 42 games.
Oh, that's when they was in finals Lakers. I remember that. Oh, yeah.
And only played in 90 minutes during the playoffs, and still the Magic made it all the way to the NBA Finals without him. Plus, at the time, before injury replacements were named, Jameer made the team over Mo Williams, who was averaging 17.6 points and 4.1 assists for the current #1 seed in the East, the Cleveland Cavaliers. So did Jameer really deserve to be the 3rd member of his team to make the All-Star team, while the Cavs at the time only had LeBron? And even after Mo Williams was named to the All-Star team,
they beat out my boys. They beat out my Cavs. I forgot about that. Yeah.
20.8 points, 5.1 rebounds, and 4.9 assists a game before the All-Star game took place. Now, I will admit, passing over on VC could be seen as understandable because the Nets were not a playoff team that year, and again, the Magic were great. So, I'm not going to say this is an outrageous choice, and I'm not even going to say that it's an unfair one. You can make your own decision on that. What I will say is that this is still very random because Jameer Nelson never came close to making an all-star team ever again. And so there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this list. Again, if you want...
yeah, that was some random list right there. I forgot about Jameer. I remember that year they won. They went to the finals, though, too. Oh, man, they got beat by the Lakers. But, yeah, other than that, man, that was some random ones, especially Jason Williams ones. I remember BJ Armstrong getting that 1 year, though. That was crazy. But other than that, man, definitely some random all-stars right there. Kyle Korver was my favorite out of it, though. But other than that, like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Bear signing off. One love.